Good afternoon. Today is Saturday, and if you watched my previous vlog, we actually got home from London at about 1:30 this morning. So I am very tired, but it is almost 11 now, so I did get a good sleep. I just had to drop my husband off at his car because there's been a whole change of plans on his end, and he wasn't supposed to be coming home this weekend, and anyway, here we are. I am getting my hair done this morning. I'm so excited. I haven't had a proper haircut in several months. I don't get my hair cut frequently, and I don't dye my hair, so there's really low maintenance. I need something different. I need life in my hair. And I'm about 25 minutes early to my appointment because, again, had to drop my husband off. Had no idea how bad traffic would be. And I'm looking at a SkinWorks salon, it's called, and I'm gonna run in before my hair appointment because I want to do one of their 3D scans that they can do of your face. Can't do it today because I have makeup on and I don't have an appointment, but I do want to be a little bit more cognizant of my skin this year. I feel like turning 33, I'm at an age where a lot of women, if they're not already, considering Botox, considering a little bit more of a effort in preventing some of the signs of aging in your skin. And I know not everyone does, and that's, I think, age gracefully however you want. I just feel like I want to be a little bit more mindful of my skin. So I have no idea if there's issues going on deep in the different layers of skin. I burn very easily, and I've had several bad sunburns in my life. So I just want to be preventative, but also with wrinkles and things, I just want to start, these are things that I'm starting to think about. I'm going to head in so that I don't kill all of my early time here, and I will probably check back in with you once my hair is done. I just quickly ran to the restroom before my hair appointment, and I have to say, this wallpaper is absolutely incredible. People in Nashville just love music, and it makes me so happy. All right, we're back, and I love it. She did such a great job. I've got like little short pieces kind of all throughout, much better than the long layers that I always get. So we feel good, we feel fresh. My hairstylist was lovely. I like when there's good conversation and like it just flows, and she was super fun to talk to and did a great job. So I am very happy with how it turned out, and she curled it for me too, which is really nice. My husband just texted me and said he's gonna be a little later getting home, so I think I might take myself out for lunch because we have no groceries and we're gonna go grocery shopping when he gets home. So maybe I'll do sushi today. It's not very often that I get sushi for lunch because that's kind of a meet friends for dinner kind of thing. So I think that's what we're gonna do. We just got back from running errands this afternoon, and unfortunately, it is time to take down Christmas. Days later now, and Christmas is completely taken down in the house. I am actually getting ready to go to a chiropractor appointment, and I could not be more excited because I slept a little funky on the plane on the way back from London. So my neck is just needing a little adjustment. I'll show you the house when I go downstairs because it's just so sad. It's like the sad, now we enter the boring phase of winter, no more holidays. I mean, Valentine's Day is like a month away, but decoration-wise, the holidays are truly over. So obviously all the garland is gone as you come down the stairs. The flowers are gone, the nativity is gone, the Christmas tree is gone and we've moved everything back into place. And it's just kind of sad. Are you sad that Christmas is gone, Ziggy? Aw, you sleepy boy. Alright, it is now just after noon. My chiropractor appointment this morning went really well, and I'm just now heading out to the gym because I'm having my lunch and I'm going to chat with one of the girls on my team, and I realize nobody on my team has been online the entire day, and I thought, gosh, that's awful strange. Well, friends, today is Monday, January 19th, and it is MLK Day, and I didn't realize that we had it as a corporate-wide holiday. So, worked the first half of the day, didn't need to. It's fine. It's fine, we're in sales. We gotta do the work when the work calls for it. But I'm taking the rest of the day off now because I can, and I'm gonna go get a workout in and run some errands. So my first stop on this newly work-free afternoon is the Lululemon that just opened in our town because I think I mentioned I am trying out a Pilates class tomorrow, and they just texted me today, the confirmation, excited to see you, you need grip socks. And grip socks are something I do not have. So I called Lululemon, they said they had them, and hopefully they're not astronomically expensive. Well, scratch that, because all they had in my size were these mauve colored grippy socks, and none of my workout clothes are mauve, and then the one pair they did have that was the right color was an XXL. So we don't need those either. I think tomorrow, they did say at the Pilates studio I'm going to, they do have the grippy socks available for purchase on site, and the price range they gave me was cheaper than the Lululemon ones anyway. So I will just buy them tomorrow. A little bummed because I like to come fully prepared. I don't like to be piecing things together with time running out, but it's okay. That is why they have them. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. I'm heading to the gym now though to get my workout in. And then this evening, I get to finish editing my London vlog, which, if you're watching this one, it means the London vlog is already out. So I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, I have a feeling it's going to be pretty long because we were there for a week and I vlogged a lot because there was so much to see in London. I hope you enjoyed it. And then later this evening, I do have some schoolwork that I need to do. We are now into the thick of the semester. I have some discussion boards to do, I have some lectures and some notes to take, some readings, and I honestly think this semester will be a lot more enjoyable than last semester. Last semester, one of my teachers would have 7 hours of lectures per week, and that was before the readings and before any of the other work that we had to do. And then the tests would not touch on pretty much everything he lectured about. It's I could have gone through the entire semester not watching his lectures. But I did, and I'm a very meticulous, detail-oriented, take notes on everything kind of student. So for me, a 3-hour lecture would be 4.5 hours because I would pause it, take notes on the slides, play it, take notes on what he's saying, and it was such a time suck. And this semester I think it's going to be a lot better. I've watched a few of the lectures I started last night, and I think it's going to be much more manageable. So thank God for that. Alright, I only need 2 things here. 3, technically. Only need 3 things here today. Let's see how close I can stick to the list. Well, as expected, I did not make it out without going over the 3-item list, which we don't come to Sprouts very often because it's not in with our other usual stores that we go grocery shopping at. So when we go, we usually do end up picking up a few things, which I will show you when we get home. However, my routine for going to Sprouts is, because it's a little bit of a drive to get home, I always get a Olipop and a Chomps. It's just become a routine. I can't even explain it. I'm not even really in the mood for an Olipop and a Chomps, but it just happens every time that I go to Sprouts now. Well, that's not good. This peel did not go so well. Ugh. Okay. Today's day is just not going the way a Monday off should go. Hi, baby. Hello. Oh. I swear I'm not sick. It's just winter has been doing a number on me, and I just am dry and just phlegmy and all kinds of gross. Let's get into it. Sprouts is really the only place in town that you can get a decent loaf of sourdough. So we got some organic Sprouts sourdough. And the key to a good sourdough that you need to know and always look for is that there is no yeast in it. Sourdough, by definition, should not have yeast in it. And you would be amazed at the kinds of loaves that Kohl's, Kroger, and Publix that have yeast in them. And it's like, the whole point of sourdough is that it has very little gluten because the sourdough starter eats all the gluten proteins that are not eaten when you use a quick rise yeast. And that is why gluten-free people can oftentimes have sourdough. That was one of the 3 items I actually needed. Also, thank you for coming to my TED Talk on sourdough. Another item on the need list was the Califia Farms organic cashew milk. And the other item that I actually needed was this Good Chemistry candle refill. And if I can find, hold on. So a brand called Good Chemistry came out with this really neat idea where you buy the candle in the glass and then they sell you the refills for it in cardboard. And these are significantly cheaper. I think like these are $6 cheaper than the glass candle. And so when you hit pan on your glass, you buy the refill, pop it in, and your candle is good as new. And I think that's just genius. So I got the lemon, what scent is this? It's called Lemon and Love. And we're gonna try to figure out how to get the little bits out of the bottom. But that is a problem for later. I did pick up some of the Bio Nature sourdough pasta for my husband. We have been loving this. Again, there's no yeast in it. It is just sourdough starter, organic durum wheat semolina, and that's it. So, and this is very tasty. It does definitely have a little bit of a sourdough taste to it. So bravo to Bio Nature for inventing this. And they have it in all shapes too. We've had the spaghetti, we've had the fusilli, but my husband really likes the penne. Next, because we did just come back from London, I've been on kind of a tea kick. And I was really hoping that they would have the puka tea, which they did. But I like the turmeric lemon ginger or lemon ginger manuka honey with turmeric. I used to have it when I was in Dublin, like daily. So they didn't have that one, but they did have this elderberry and echinacea flavor. So I'm gonna make one of these shortly. This will be my editing my vlog beverage. And then because I had the lemon ginger honey in my brain, there was another brand that is also from the UK, I believe. Yes, from Surrey. And that is Clipper, and they had an organic lemon and ginger herbal tea. And finally, oh, not finally, I had gotten another flavor of Olipop, just the cherry cola. Then finally, I got a little antipasti lemon feta with olives. And I love having these when I am in the bath. I know that sounds weird, but if you're in a nice, like, fun, lush bath bomb, scented, the whole mood, when the whole vibe is there, maybe even with a glass of wine, I love to have a little nosh on the side of the tub, and I just enjoy myself. I read a book, I play my games on my phone, and it's just lovely. Okay, I'm gonna put all of this away, make some tea, and then start editing my London vlog. I lied, there was one more thing I totally forgot because I said it over here. I got the Spindrift Lemon because we are trying to drink less in 2026. Hey, what do you think you're doing? Look at any ideas, that's my fridge. The cats love to get up in the fridge and just see what's going on. One of these days, I guarantee you, I'm gonna have the fridge open, turn around, and one of them will escalate into the fridge. It's gonna happen one day. She's too old, but maybe the other two. We're trying the Puka Echinacea elderberry tea in my new Ravenclaw mug that I got in London at platform 9 3/4. It's nice. Hey, don't rip up my carpet. So this week, I think I mentioned I am booked in for a skin appointment at that SkinWorks place on Thursday, which is just a few days away. But we are kind of starting a skin journey. And so I'm going to do a mask before I jump in the shower, because if you put a mask on without a plan to take a shower, how? Because if I try to wash it off in the sink, it's like when that Neutrogena ad came out in like 2005 and everybody tried splashing it the way that I think Hayden Panettiere did, and you just get water all over your sink. That's what happens if I do a mask without washing it off in the shower. So before I take a shower from my gross, sweaty gymness, I'm going to use this Pacifica Kale Charcoal Detox Mask. And I've used this for a couple of years now. I really like it. It like gets thick and hard and almost like crusty. And then when you wash it off, your face feels really nice. So I'm going to rinse off the makeup and sweat, put this on, and then I think it's like, what, 10, 15 minutes? All right. With that, I'm going to let this sit. I'm going to enjoy my tea, and I am going to eventually take a shower and wash all this. We are once again in gym clothes because today I'm going to my first Pilates class, and I'm actually pretty excited about it. So we've got on the Tala Dayflex set that I wore in London and you've already seen, but I don't know what to expect. I'm going to a place called Club Pilates, and I've heard mixed things from girlfriends of mine who have gone to different locations of Club Pilates, saying it's not a really intense workout, so they actually go somewhere else now. But for an introductory lesson, and it's free, I figured I'll give it a chance. I just got done with my first Pilates class at Club Pilates, and my initial thought is it was great. If it was a more difficult class, I would have really felt like it was a good use of time. Fortunately, this class was free. I think it's not the studio for me, though, because I see what my friends were saying about it's very easy, and there are different levels that they offer. I picked up their little pamphlet that talks about all of their classes, and the problem is to go to any of the higher classes, like a 1.5 or a 2 or a 2.5, which are all the levels, you have to go to like 30 of the level below it. And when it's for 8 classes, like $170, that's a lot of money to get to a level where I would feel comfortable. So I don't think Club Pilates is going to be my Pilates home, but I do now have my grippy socks because those were a requirement to doing the class. Being on the reformer was fun. I've always wanted to know what that was like. And I called one of my girlfriends who has also done Club Pilates and now goes somewhere else. And I talked to her about it, and she said, yeah, don't bother if you're not in the mood to do 30 ridiculously easy classes, so that you can get to one where you feel more like it's an actual workout. So we are going to try a different chain in the area called Body Rock, which is where my friend goes, and see how that goes for us. It's the only disappointing thing is that it's kind of a drive. It's like a 35-40 minute drive from my house, which I don't love. I really wanted to find something like in my backyard that I could just pop to over lunch. There are a couple studios I've seen advertising will be opening where we live, so that's promising. But for now, the quest continues, and who knows. But I like the idea. I like the reformer. I liked all the springs and resistance. I think it was great. It's a great workout, but not that class and not that studio. How many clips in this vlog are going to be of me talking to you in my car? Good morning. It is Thursday, and I've just arrived to the SkinWorks place that I popped into earlier this week. Today is my 3D skin analysis, and I'm very excited, although I hate leaving the house with not a lick of makeup or lotion or anything on my face, and that was the requirement for this appointment. So I'm excited to see what happens. I'm excited to get the analysis and kind of put together a game plan. I don't know if I'll be able to film in the appointment. I think it would be really cool to show you while it happens, but I'll ask. And then I'll be sure to fill you in afterwards if I can't film. If I can film, that'll be great. We will roll that footage now.
This device is pretty cool because it does 3 different pictures for us. A normal picture, so just what we would traditionally get with like a camera, phone, whatnot. It does a polarized picture, which shows us where primarily the reds are in the skin. Okay. Which some people, we can see that from the surface. Like some people have rosacea or just little capillaries all over the face. There's a lot of people that they're deep enough that we can't quite see them, but still close to the surface. So this tells us like, hey, in the future, that might be an issue for us. Okay. The third one that it does is like your more ultraviolet where we can see pigment. So kind of the same spiel with that. Sometimes we can see pigment from the surface. That's our sun damage, our freckles, stuff like that. It can also show us though what is dermal, so a little bit deeper to where we might not quite be able to see it, but it still is going to eventually become a problem. With those standpoints, it helps us determine what lasers we might need to use if we want to do like microneedling for different things. What skincare products we need to start using, put on, shifting, whatnot. It's pretty cool. It's also, truthfully, very devastating because
I know, I'm like, what am I gonna see?
Yes, like, I feel like my skin from the surface is pretty good. Not according to this. Okay, so I'm gonna have you put your chin here. Once your chin is rested, you'll lean your forehead up against that. Perfect. I'm gonna touch you just to tilt you just a little bit. Mm-hmm. All right, shut your eyes for me, please. I'm gonna turn the lights off. There's gonna be 3 quick flashes, but I will tell you when to reopen. Perfect, you can open your eyes and you can sit back. It also looks like a cadaver head.
Oh gosh.
Images have been sent to me and they are quite unattractive. But at the appointment, what I didn't show you because I didn't want everything to be out in the open on the internet was this chart of the different age size. So she went by, I don't know if you can see it. She went by moisture, pores, wrinkles, elasticity, spot, UV damage, skin tone, and porphin ratio, which is like the oil on your face, what's bacteria, and she went through and gave you a general age. So my skin age is 37, and there's a few issues, as you can see, with these big old red alert triangles. My UV damage and spots are not so great. I'm going to wait for her write-up on what she recommends, and then we'll see a treatment plan forward.
I will say, it was a very cool experience, but eye-opening. I didn't realize how much sun damage I had on my face, especially beneath my eyes. So we are going to do a photo facial, it's called, based on her initial recommendations. And that will be the first week of February. And that targets some of the more superficial sun damage. And then later down the road, we will get into the more deep UV damage. So a little alarming. It was also kind of cool to see, based on the moisture of your face, a lot of us have very dry left sides of our face simply because that's our driver's side when we're in our cars. So that's something to target with like hyaluronic acid, and she did make a recommendation for some products that they have at their office. So when I go in for my facial, which will be the first facial I've ever had, I've never done anything with my skin, I'll see about getting some other products too. But I will keep you in the loop as we go along this little skin journey.
You gotta see the snow, buddy. Oh, it's really cold.
What do you think?
He's like, no.
What do you think?
The little paw shakes kill me. Nope, he wants to go back inside. All right, in you go.
Hello, it's Sunday, and we have hit the winter storm of the year. We usually have one January, February. Everything is frozen. Everything is under snow. We have icy rain coming down, and this morning we lost power. So we're having kind of a pioneer day.
starting with breakfast inside on the fire. The beans getting ready.
The skillet's already out there.
Bring it in here, put everything in it, and put it back out.
I've got a bit of a janky grate on the fire situation going. It's about, I don't know, how many hours would you say? 8 hours later?
14,
Oh,
12 or 14 hours since the power went out.
okay. It's about 10 hours later now, and we've had breakfast, we've been hanging out all day, reading, keeping warm, keeping the fire going, and we're just starting to cook dinner. We've decided to clean out as much as we can from the fridge because we don't know how long we'll be out of power. So we are making a stir fry with chicken, all the veg, and got some music going, and just, you know, trying to hang in there.
Be very pleased that you've done this, actually. Toast, everyone.
So for the rest of the night, essentially what we've done is created a giant nest with all of our comforters and pillows, and we have wine flowing, and we have a fire going, and this is gonna be the situation for the remainder of the evening.